You know what it is. Try and write a verse with you. It's good.
All right, so what am I supposed to be doing?
I'm going to just be asking you questions. You're just going to be answering them. I haven't really got a good intro yet, so this is kind of what's going on.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. First, first bar, yeah.
Uh,
Do you remember your first time riding home listening to yourself?
riding around listening to myself.
Your first time leaving the studio,
Uh,
listening to what you just recorded, like that feeling. Do you remember that? You remember
oh
that?
yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember
Break it
that.
down for me. Tell me something. Let me know something.
Hey man, listen, yeah, I had a manager at the time, little Air Force cat. I was supposed to be going to the services, but I did some dumb shit. So I couldn't go to the Air Force no more. So, but he was like, "Yo, you can rap for real." So he tried to play my little manager, or whatever. Got me a little studio white boy. Turns out the white boy used to work for Russ Park Show. So he was like an engineer for the Russ Park Show. So he was like the recorder. So I still got the record. It was a record called Introducing. Had this real bounce heavy, crazy, you know what I'm saying? And everybody was like, back then, but see, you knew me around the time. So, I have that very heavy Hove influence. So I was trying to be on this little New York bounce record like it was like, so yeah, man, that joint was crazy. I remember the first time I was like, yeah, man, I'm nice. That's
That feeling, that feeling. Okay.
yeah.
You being a battle rapper. I'm not gonna, put you in that category or whatever, but
It's okay.
you
It's
being a
okay.
battle rapper, the second bar is who got your dopest verse? Like out of all the verses you done gave niggas, who which one was your dopest and who was the victim?
I got like 32 battles, right?
But I
Oh,
know it's one battle you really remember, and I know it's one reason why you really remember it. Whether it was the verse, it might not even been how nice the verse was. It probably was like how you delivered it, or something like that. Like,
what's crazy? I think he was there. It was the day I battled at a young boy chillin', and I had the suit on. And I think what it was the boss was crazy, but I had this energy, man. Like I was talking to people in the crowd. I was talking to the camera. I was like daring people to be like, yo, you think you not? I was looking at people like, yeah, I'm nice right now. You know what I'm saying? And I was wigging. I was wigging. And yeah, it would be like me versus Chillum. And I said some crazy stuff to him, man. I was like rapping, boy. I was rapping and I got to talking to him, you know what I mean? I was
okay,
rapping, I got to talking to him. And it was
okay,
like, wow, they had to cut me off, so and that
okay,
was that was the one. I think that's the battle that made people be like, yo, that nigga's scary.
okay. All right, switch it up. What is a song that you wish you were featured on?
Oh, stop playing with me. These are dope questions, bro. Ah, man. Man. Man, that's a crazy question, bro. Because there's a couple records, but I know I gotta just say one, man.
No, you don't. No, you
Oh, I
don't.
don't?
Ain't no rules around here.
Oh,
It's still not talking about.
I banned from TV. Banned from TV,
You're the
man.
second person to say that, and I only interviewed
Yeah,
three people.
yeah, banned from TV, man. That's just a staple hip hop record. Like that's when you knew, like it's like regardless of rain or snow, you hear that, you was like, oh, what? Okay, um, their presidents.
That's solid. That's solid.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me your best and worst show. And I already asked you about battles, but let's go ahead and make it say,
Music show.
you perform it. Yeah, you perform it. Yeah.
I think the worst show I've ever done was Virginia State had a talent show, Like it was some type of talent show, some type of showcase or something like that. And I remember I came to stay late, so I didn't know nobody. So I'm just going Tweedledee, Tweedledum, twiddling my fingers, just going stupid. And I didn't even write verses. I didn't. I was just freestyling everything. So I go up there like I can rap. Now, mind you, remember state, New York, New Jersey, Philly, Southern Virginia, DC, Maryland. It was like, yeah, it was yeah, we all rap. What are you talking about? We all rap. And we nice. So I learned, like I went up there and played a beat and I was freeing and it was fire, because you remember how I was back then. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. But I don't know if you remember this group. There was some rap dudes from New York and New Jersey. I know you remember this group, bro. There was like 6 dudes, and they was from New York and Jersey and Philly, and they did a song. Crazy. The whole spot and everybody, oh my God, they nigga fire. And then remember the ugly Jersey nigga Showtime who used to dance all the time? He came on at the end of the joint. Everybody went crazy.
This
That's
is that the event that who knows that Shane won?
I think so. Or that might have been the one that was the year after. But I
Okay.
came at the one where they did where Showtime came at the end and started Harlem shaking. Everybody went crazy. You know what I'm saying? So um that's probably the worst show. Not because I did bad, but because I didn't win. Yeah,
That's
I
enough of an
didn't.
answer right there. All right, what's your best show?
Yeah, I didn't win. I mean, a couple of people was like, "Yo, who you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, 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 yeah." That's where people really started to fuck with me a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, he could rap. That's where that came from.
Okay.
I just felt like I was outclassed. They had songs, they had hooks, they had dances. You know what I'm
And the
saying?
learn, yes, that L was a learning lesson.
It was a learning lesson about presentation. You know, so yeah, that's probably my worst show. Now, my best show, man. I don't know, man. We did 2 shows in a day, bro. I think that was I think that was the one. I think that was the one. We did 2 shows in a day, right? And we was
Most
tight
original,
that
right?
day. Yeah, we had done something else that weekend too, where it was like pop, 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 pop.
The weekend was crazy. Yes, I definitely remember that. Hell yeah.
Yes, it was that. It was that. It was that weekend. Because I remember we did. And didn't we like go to a radio station and we like freestyle on a radio station and all that? Oh,
Yeah, I think that was the night before up here though in Nova. And then we went down to Richmond. We had a show in like the afternoon, and then we had the show in
yeah,
Baja that night.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's true. I was there. All
Yeah,
right.
you
All right. Who made you want to do this? And not only like the regular old, be nice, so I want to rap. I mean, like who made you want to be better? Who made you want to put music out so other people can hear what you did? Like who inspired you to that level?
man, rich man, filthy rich. That was like my first, like, usually I'm the mentor. I'm the mentor, you know what I'm saying? But he was my big bro. He taught me a lot. He taught me about making records, making music. You know, I remember he was like, yo, you freestyle everything. No, that's fire, but no, where your verses? And he was like, yeah, you gotta have. He said, you see what them dudes be doing when we outside rapping and you freestyling, and yeah, it's crazy, but they can do it for like 30, 40 minutes. I was like, yeah. He's like, they got 20 verses memorized. They just interchange. You see how they mans know the shit? See, I wasn't watching like smack mixtapes and stuff like that yet. So I hadn't figured out the culture yet. I just was raw hip hop. I could rap. You know what I'm saying? There was a culture though. So these dudes was like coming to the cipher, 20, 30 verses right here. They doing whole concerts. I'm like, man, I got 15 minutes. Yeah, here, 15 minutes. You give me some way good beat. I got 15, 20 maybe. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it was probably Filthy Rich. He took me, he was like, yo, then you, of course. You know, because seriously, seriously. You seriously, because every time I felt like giving up, he was like, "Nah, you stupid."
All right, next bar. Your creative process. Do you have a creative process, like a routine, or does it differ almost every time you put pen to
with
paper? Like,
with battle rap, it's a definite routine. Definite routine. I start out as soon as they tell me who it is. I'm like, all right, boom. I go watch something of theirs, two, three battles of theirs. Then whatever comes to mind watching those battles, I jot it down, make notes. For the next, I don't take a battle if there's not at least a month in between. So for like the next 4 to 5, if it's less than a month, man, I'm busy, nigga. I work. So I got 3 streams of income. I got a baby, a white, you know. So I was like, nah, it's at least a month, 6 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of writing, and then 3 weeks of practicing, you know, trying to get it right. Usually the last week, I've been practicing so much, I hate the fucking round. I think it's terrible. And then I just want to get through it, you know what I'm saying? So, but music, nah, man, I smoke, I play that beat, man. I just play that beat to the song come. You know, that's it. Just play the
okay,
beat to the song come.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you remember the craziest cipher you was in?
Man, I don't know because I was in a cipher with Danger Zone and Newborn. Like if anybody knows battle rap, we was all on an RBE card. They both knew me, so we was practicing. You know what I'm saying? We was like, "Well, you pick your favorite round." So we was in there doing. You know what I'm saying? We did that kind of thing. I've been in a cipher with Capone and Nori. Like like you know what I'm saying? Like whew, it's crazy, man. I don't know. I need to think about that because there's a lot more. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
just those two mentions is enough, boy. Good gracious.
There's a lot more, man. And I just mm, damn. There was some at stake too, man. Like there's because them boys got busy out there. State was a college known for having rappers. I didn't know that was a thing until I went to state. They was like, yeah, this school is known for rappers. I was like, who else went here? They was like, yeah, but I said, it is known for rappers. Okay. He was like, oh yeah, there's a list of niggas who dropped out too. It's bigger. I was like, all right, cool.
Facts.
Damn, damn, bro. Oh, that was a good question, man. Just for the sake of it, yeah. Capone, Noriega, Mays, and Mussolini. That team of cats from Jersey. Remember Billy On from DC, the young boy who could rap from DC, Billy On.
Yeah, face.
Yeah, Filthy Rich. I don't know if you remember my young boy franchise
More
from
than name.
like Norfolk. He was from like
Yeah,
Norfolk,
yeah.
something like that. That listen, that day, it was around homecoming that day. Everybody left class for that jump. That I would have to say probably that one. Because I was a young boy. I hadn't met nobody yet. I had no type of exposure to nothing. This is the biggest moment of my life. And we shut down an entire college campus. It's like 10, 12, 13, 14 rappers. Just like it was like 2 hours, 2, 3 hours, man. That was crazy. And then I would say when I went to go visit Rich in the Bronx, like 4 years after I left state, I had gone to New York, and he tested me. Yo, this nigga told me he was like, "You gonna battle everybody on my block." So he didn't tell me he lived in like one of the biggest projects. So his block is like 6, 7 buildings, right? So I come up there, bro. I'm not bullshit. It's a true story. So I got Rich was like, yo, come visit me, son. I was like, yeah, I'm in New York. He said, come visit me. So I said, all right, cool, I'm gonna pull up. I wasn't scared of New York. I lived there before, so I go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So he said, "Where you at?" I was like, "The Bronx." I should have thought about it. Normally, if I had lived in Brooklyn longer, I'd have been like, "Nah, yo." Nah, but I was like, yeah, cool. It's not that far. I'll go. get there. Son was like, he's like, yeah. Yeah, I told all my mans about you. I was like, this nigga freestyle king. He freestyle anything. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, he was like, they trying to see you. I said, what? He said, yeah. He's like, oh, everybody. He said, well, yeah, everybody on the block, yo. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm like, all right, 3, 4 cats. I could do this. I got 20 minutes in me. I got it. This dude had 20 rappers. Those was the only ones who could come outside right then. There was more. And so this is where I learned more culture. You know what I'm saying? Everybody rap. You know, everybody rap. So what make you stand out? There's whole buildings in New York. You remember how the dorms was at school? It was a bunch of rappers in there. There's whole buildings with rappers in them that do every. Yo, what makes you stand out? Those are that I would say though it's a tie right there.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know if I want to ask this battle or whether I want to just keep it song. Have you been out versed on wax?
I've never been outwritten on a record. Nobody's ever written better than me on a record. But have people written to the record? Why are you laughing? Come on, you know what I'm saying.
The clarification of whether they written better to it is hilarious, yo.
I have to, bro. It's the truth. Because people not gonna get it when I say, yo, nobody, the nigga didn't write better than me, but he wrote to the song better than me. Rappers know what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Did he outwrite me? Nah. I'm fired. But did he write the song better than me? Yeah, definitely. Man, that whole DGEG thing, man, it was a period of just dealing with who's gonna make this song better than I did. That's what my mind frame was. Who makes it like it's like, yo, Yukon. See, I thought I killed creatures of the night until Yukon got on the record.
I thought the same thing, bro. I like it.
You killed it too. I was like, yo.
Then Yukon? Oh my gosh.
I said, yes, he killed that shit. He killed that shit.
Yukon fucked up all our dreams.
And then Yukon goes, nah. You what? What? You spazzed on that record. And then I think you killed Sonic Boom a little better. I think I was rapping my ass off, but I think I think I killed Sonic Boom, but you was just and what's the intro to our mixtape? You killed that jump. You and Delta killed that jump. You know what I'm saying? You and Delta killed that jump. Delta is the definite. He killed that record, bro. And I said, wow. Because I started off fire. I started the record off fire. They're like, who's this guy? He's rapping. And then Delta comes in, and it's this nice, smooth, punching pocket he's in. He's in pop, 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 and he's chilling. I was like, yo, who is this white boy wicked on this record? Because you were the one who told me, he was like, yo, put him on the record. I said, I don't know. You know me, I didn't want nobody on our shit. So I didn't want nobody else on our shit. He's like, nah.
I do that though. Yeah.
He's like, nah, put him on the record. I said, all right, cool. Delta, yeah. Delta, definitely. My cousin, Nato Chikwe, he's a big like Afro rhythms rapper. So he left the States and went back to Africa and started making music. But he did. We got some records together where, you know what I'm saying, he got me, then I got him, you know what I'm saying? So that's, yeah, man. I would say everybody that I've ever been in a group with. Because I wouldn't be in a group with you if you wasn't good enough.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So definitely some of my teammates have gotten out on a record better than me before.
Okay. All right, next bar. How many names have you been through?
This one.
Really? Omega? That's it?
I've been Omega since the only thing I called myself Midnight Train for like a year, right? And then somebody was like, nah, son, change change that. Change that. And I was like, nah. because that's what my crew name was. You know what I'm saying? My little clique, they called me Midnight Train. I'm black as hell, and I was always in a rush to go somewhere. That's what that's what they call. You know, that's why they call me that. So I was like, nah. It was like, nah, that's not your name. So finally, one day in the cipher, this dude was like, "Yo, this nigga is fire. He's the end of everything. He ends everything." You know, he was like, "Yeah, you should call this nigga Omega." And I don't remember this dude's name, but ever since then, Omega has been my rap name for 21 out of 23 years.
That's fire. That's
Yeah.
fire. That's
Yeah.
fire. All right. Now that we are slower, we don't write as much as we used to.
Who?
What
Who?
artists? What? Okay, excuse me. Okay, my fault. I'm speaking for myself. All right. What artists? What artist makes you want to pick up the pen? Because I mean, I would say again, but that's not what you. Because you still writing, and I'm jealous. But go ahead.
Yeah. You know what? I don't think it was the artist. I think it's the vibe. That whole Griselda shit. Like that whole Griselda shit. Even the dude that's not really rapping for real. He's like, boop, 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 boop. You know what I'm saying? They do all of that. That gives me like I'm learning new pockets listening to that. I'm learning new, oh, I can do this with something. You know what I'm saying? But because you know me, I used to do that all. I'm doing all my ad libs, I'm making all the noises, I used to do all that. So I'm hearing what would have been a better mode now. Like, oh, you don't have to rap with it. You could just boom, 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 boom. And that's part of your verse. So I'm hearing new pockets. So I'm like, man, it's showing me new ways to handle my space on the record. You know what I'm saying? And then with battle rap, it's like it's giving my mind because in battle rap, you form your own pocket. There's no music, there's no beat. So you make your pocket. You are the percussion, you are the bass. You know what I'm saying? So you have to, and in battle rap, you're allowed to do more of stuff like doors in the pocket, stones in the pocket. You can do stuff like that. So I'm hearing this new way of manipulating space, I would say. And then Cole, when I hear Cole rap, man, Cole just, especially the beat, man. Whatever, when I heard him on that John P. Caddy, listen, man, nigga, I wrote a whole, listen, I wrote probably one of the craziest verses I've ever written, bro. I swear, I got it in my phone still. But every time I go back and listen to him rap his verse, I'm like, is it cold enough? Because if it's not, I'm not putting it out.
Yeah, Cole got that effect. Yeah.
Right. Because people be like, nah, man, he took J. Cole beat. It don't even be J. Cole beat. It could be somebody else's record that J. Cole rapped over, the freestyle over, but it's now J. Cole's beat. The only other person that did Hove did that for me too. Well, we already know, you know what I'm saying? Hove does that, but not lately in a lyrical sense. He's got this, omnipresent feel. Like it's like you let God on the record, so you you accept what you get. It's a miracle either way. You dig what I'm saying?
Those is facts. All right. What object represents hip hop the most to you? Like a microphone or a boom box or shell toes or Kango or
Man, I'm an MC through and through, man. It's a pencil, bro. Like it's or a notepad, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, or just the image of them both. You know what I'm saying? A pencil and pad. Like that's that's the basis of a lot of culture we got. What a brother thought about something. You know what I'm saying? How he saw something, how he pictured it, how he molded it. That's we live a life that way because of that. You know what I'm saying? Two turntables and a microphone. They started using two turntables and a microphone. You know, my Adidas shelter is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just off of what a brother thought is that the power of the pen, man. That's like, can you imagine the world without LL Cool J? Think about it. Doing it and doing it and doing. Listen, man, they got go-go records that's fire because of that song. I do not know I
Big
do
time.
not. I do not know a college party that would not have been jumping without the you in the joint, the girl in the joint. It's my first time together, and I'm feeling, and she's singing the part. Don't matter. It don't, that's an automatic icebreaker. You just walk singing the record. It's an icebreaker. I don't know, man. The pen and the pad, man, hip hop, man, or the microphone. If you want to translate, it would be the microphone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Just I don't get it. Or studio. If I can't take the microphone, I'll take the
Yeah.
studio image. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 12th bar. Instead of asking when did you know you made the question, I asked what is something you didn't think you would do when you first started putting pen to paper? What is something like maybe a video or tour or big
Everything.
battle or something like that?
Everything. Everything, bro. I'm a slightly nerdy African kid from the suburbs, bro. I'm not supposed to be a rapper, and I'm not supposed to be a good rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, what are the odds? Where I'm from? You know what I'm saying? Who I am? I'm not randomly supposed to have done. So I would say, I landed on that Netflix thing, that power, that movie joint, where we got to do that song through Hit Record and got it to work with the movie for the promotion. Like, that was crazy. It was like, not only because rapping got me there, but because it was an actual contest out of thousands of people across the world. You got to be a part of the song. They just chose rap because Shorty was rapping in the movie. He was like, so we're going to use, you know what I'm saying? So that's some of the best, like, whoever they thought in the world who thought they could rap submitted a verse. And what's crazy is the verse that I did wasn't even over the beat that they chose. I rapped my verse on another beat. And then they put the record out. And that wasn't the beat that I rapped my verse to. So we wrote the song without having seen the movie. And then, I got the clip. Like, you go back and listen to the verse. Like, the stuff that I'm rapping in the verse is in the movie. I hadn't seen it. You know what I'm saying? So I was just rapping, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, you know, I just didn't know what was in the movie and I rapped it. And then when you look at my verse as part of the video, my rap verse is the one that has the most clips from the movie because I said so much stuff that was visualized, that was pictured, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I didn't think I could do that. I didn't think I would meet Ray J. I didn't think I'd write on R&B, right? I didn't think I'd meet Slick Rick. I didn't think a lot of stuff, you know. I did making the band tryouts, I've done a lot of stuff, bro. And I'm not saying this to, I'm not like bragging because people like you're a nobody, but that's the point. I'm a nobody. And I did all of this.
And it's somewhat of a reminder to yourself too that you did all this just from the one to pick up a pen and a paper that got you all this.
Two turntables and a microphone.
All right. Dream battle versus who and on what card or what event?
I don't know, man. I kind of got one that's coming up November 19th, Omegaverse Mall 1 Breakers. That is I'm trying to get him because he beat Eminem, and I technically can't book a battle with Eminem because I want to smoke that white boy's boots. Yeah, I swear he fired. I want to smoke that white boy boots, yeah. And I used to be a fan. It's not that I just, you can't give somebody a crown that long and he don't keep it clean, keep it sharp, don't keep the jewels shining, don't wear it on his head right. You know what I'm saying? So I got the closest thing, Marv 1, November 19th, Omega. Breakers, heard of Virginia.
Perfect. You're perfect. Oh man. All right.
Probably JC on like a
Really? Okay.
KOT. Yeah, probably JC on like a KOTD or RBE All-Star card. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the other label, they just never booked me. The other ones have.
Okay.
Go, they
Uh,
say go where you're appreciated. Keith Petty told me that joke.
I one more dream situation. You know how Kanye went on a stretch where he was producing joints for artists. You know, what I mean, a whole album for artists, or Hit Boy, or how 38 Special. He do the joints. Who would be your dream producer or one? You know, what I mean, for EP.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Man. Oh man. Because I'm not just, you can tell from the records we did with DGEG, I'm not just I'm just not a beat break. I'm not a beat break rapper.
Yeah, but I think
We
these producers
experimented with a lot of different frequencies and pitches and things in hip hop music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I mean, so what producer will be able to bring that to the table to you, plus probably challenge you also? I think that's what comes with it, because when you get a particular producers at a certain level, like they do more than just hand you a beat. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like
That's what I'm saying.
that's what I'm asking. You know what I mean? Like who's bringing that all that?
And okay, this is gonna sound like one of those Andre 3000 answers, but because I know my talent scope stretches a little bit outside of just rapping, I would probably pick Pharrell or Timberland, just because I know that, like, let's say I'm 10 years into my career, I'm not gonna be rapping no more. I know where I was 10 years ago now. So imagine if I'm in the music industry with a particular producer, you know what I'm saying? I probably would have had a career that was a mix of Jay-Z and a young Michael Jackson. Yeah, I could have written Reasonable Doubt and Billie Jean. That's what I'm trying to say. So I would say, listen, I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm just trying to give people examples, relatable pop culture examples of of what I'm trying to say. That I have the ability to sit in this lane, and then okay, maybe Michael Jackson is a stretch. All right, but okay, I'm
Maybe
gonna say
Michael is a stretch.
Michael
Okay.
Jackson is a stretch. Okay, maybe Jason Weaver. I'm a nice, strong Jason Weaver. So I will sing the shit out the Lion King soundtrack. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
You dig
I
what
got
I'm
you.
saying?
All
Yeah,
right, so
probably Timberland. Probably
okay.
Timberland.
Okay. All
I
right,
know because it's also it's Premiere, Knife Wonder, Green Lantern, Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like these are the records. I can't say Kanye because Kanye's too weird. He had me somewhere in a basement somewhere with some rubber duckies all over the floor and like 3 flashing lights, and he want me to record with a tuba and shit. I'm not, I'm not there. He would stray too far off of it, and Premiere is too much of a yeah, yeah.
okay. All right. We do a lot of complaining about trash ass music and shit, right?
Right.
Who do you feel more the responsibility falls on? The artist or the fan?
I think at this point, music is out of everyone's control. The fan no longer controls it. The artist no longer controls it. It is a corporate entity at this point. So even though I understand what you're asking me, but just looking at the reality of the music industry, I know none of them in control, because it used to be the fans, right? And we could get it if we didn't like a song, we could get it shut down. We're not buying it. We don't want to hear it on the radio. None of that shit. We don't control what's on the radio no more. What's on the radio is what is when we hear, and even if we don't like it, how many times have you heard a song that you didn't like, and the radio played it enough that in like 4 months, when it's on a regular top 20 chart songs,
You
you
don't
know
like
it
it,
by
but you know
heart.
it. Yeah,
You
but
know
you
it
know it.
by
Yeah.
heart. You know it by heart. So that's so we don't control that no more. They tell us what we like, even if we don't like it, because it's all you're gonna get. You dig what I'm saying?
All right, last bar.
All right.
What is your favorite album ever?
Oh man, is this just a rap record conversation, or is it just?
You just talk. I just want to talk hip hop with my homeboy.
Oh man. What was Nas's third record?
It was written. It was
Oh,
written?
yeah. So okay, okay. There's a couple of albums that I think we've all heard. I don't know, man.
No, I think it was I Am. I think it was I Am.
Okay,
The one that had Scarface on it.
I think so. But it, man, it's a Jay-Z album. So let me just clarify right now, okay? Because it's not fair. I would say Ray and Ghost's first thing, you know what I'm saying? I would say Method Man's first album. I'd say a lot of stuff. I'd say Ludacris' first album. I'd say T.I.'s second album. I'd say a lot of stuff. But truth be told, no matter my mood, no matter my age, no matter my status, broke, rich, poor, single, no woman, you know what I'm saying, with a girl, nothing. I can listen to Jay-Z all day. It's just my man talks about everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is you talking about?
So do you have a favorite whole album?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, easily.
It is a three-way tie. It is. It is. It is. Reasonable Doubt, of course. The Black Album. Now, a lot of people like the Blueprint. People love the Blueprint. To them, that's Jay's greatest record. I hated that jazz album. I'd rather listen to Guru and my man Jazz Mataz. Remember the Jazz Mataz series? I'd rather listen to that shit. Blueprint was cool, though. I like, you know, man, it was all right. And then that Blue Magic record. Those three right there. Because
American Gangster?
American Gangster. And you know why? Because it was like the same guy from Reasonable Doubt, but he was 45. Do you see what I'm saying? dun, 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 dun. Like Jay is the best rap. Like he's grown. A lot of rappers a lot of rappers can't keep up with rap. So when I meet people who are like, yo, I've been rapping for 20 years and they still rapping for 20 years and they're able to keep up for 20 years, I tip my hat because rap is such an ever-changing, ever-moving thing that if you can be doing it for that long, there is something amazing about you. There's something amazing about you. Not only you've been doing it for that long, how do you keep the passion? That means you love the culture. You find something about the culture in every phase of it that you like and you love and you respect. So Jay has talked about everything for 20 something years. Everything.
And still doing it and still trendsetting.
And he's still doing it. And when he drop a verse, they still like, yo, that might have been the best verse of the year. Even if we're lying. Even if we're lying, he gets automatic honorable mention. It's automatic. What I say earlier, it's omnipresent. God is on the record. I'm not trying to blaspheme or nothing. I'm just saying, but in hip hop, because it's like Nas is there, Busta's there, but no one is there like him. You see what I'm saying? It's like King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. There's a bunch of fire knights. You got Buster, you got Nas, you got Meth, you got M. You can throw 50 on there and T.I., you can put your little scar faces. It's the Knights of the Round Table and then King Arthur without a debate.
That's fire. That's fire. That's fire right there, man. Well, that's a verse right there, man. That was a verse, bro.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed this trip, man. I hope you enjoyed it also, bro.
Of course. So do I get to hear this verse?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It'll drop when it drops, you know what I mean? But you know, it ain't gonna be too long.
Yeah, I know that. This is a quick write and motherfucker. Listen, I was in a group with this brother.
That's so I bow out in hip hop purists.
Yeah, I do too.
Because I'm not.
I'm neighbor like, who the fuck is that?
I bow out in hip hop purists. I bow out in the conversation.
But at the same time, I can admit with I can agree. I've been telling this y'all something. Like, I understand music more. Like, I understand that music is more of a feeling. And a lot of times, whenever I say anything, I put it at the end, in my opinion. Because music is so fucking opinion based. Yeah, so when you're saying the whole I need lyrics type shit, I can agree that that's the school that I come from. But the feeling of the music is what I like. Like, I put Theme. That was all feeling.
Yeah, but that's just that. Okay, I hear you that on that, but those are wave things that just are tied to our generation. Like
if you talk about so you just talk
like
about the fact
Troy.
These niggas right now ain't number waves that will be gone tomorrow. Like, these are little.
So?
Who's here?
I do a lot of writing in the car. I know that's probably not safe, but since I am so busy, and you know how it is out here, we always driving up and down the road. Like, I be writing in my phone while I'm driving. I be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Or I throw a beat on.
You ain't texting the driver, so you good.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, I throw a beat on while I'm in the car. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's like some of like my dopest material I wrote in the car, like on the way to somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I throw a beat on while I'm in the car, or even like on the way to the studio. I'll be like, damn, let me get something together real fast. If I'm just cooking up at the crib or like, you know, at somebody's studio, then I like to hear the beat first. I'll find a beat, something that's crazy. And then once I get that vibe first, if I can hear the song, like the way I do it is I kind of listen and see if I can hear the song. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I listen to the beat and I imagine a song.
You know? But yeah, man, this is good, man. This is a good concept you got here. Good concept you got here.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun talking to MCs too. Certain questions like that creative process, just hearing that's the one that piques my interest the most. When I did it with Deuce, his answer it was one I never heard before.
Yeah.
Then I did one with Maul, and I knew his could be to write together.
Yeah.
But it was still dope to hear another person
to hear a person say it. Yeah.
And then to find out yours too, just give me some weed and the beat was good. You know, like that's gonna be my favorite question. You know what I mean?
Man, if you get this to a point where you interview that's what I'm blessing on your show, brother.